And then hey.
There we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this Sunday's Koi Culture, Koi Chat about anything and everything, all things Koi and everything else. So, how we diddling? How's you, Shane?
I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. As I say, we've still waiting on Obi-Wan just to touch up a couple of little areas and whatnot that I found. Base is chopped out and the wood is set in place where it's going to be.
Is that for the second tank?
This is for tank 2. That's running on the bottom drain.
Should have started with that.
Yeah, we've started with that. Yeah. I should have started with that one. Tank 1, we are bricked up. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to build tank 2 so that we don't get any dust or anything into the water particles and cause crap with cement dust and everything in the water. Yeah. So we're going to wait for that. I do have the liner for that. Yeah. Do you remember the green bucket that all the solar system and everything's going into? Yeah. Well, my brother's brought a couple more of those home, and we're going to try and see whether we can create those into a 2-tier backy. Because obviously you can get them for free, and we all know.
Yes,
we all love something free.
Oh yes, we do. And talking about free things, before we go any further, I would just like to say a big thank you to Bits and Bobs UK 123. But I would also like to state that he has now removed anything non-fish related to his other shop. So when you're scrolling down through and you're looking for filters and sponges and air stones, you're not going to have a little shock when something else pops up. He did apologize. He said he didn't even think about it, and it's given him more of a reason to get everything moved over to the other shop now. So, but
yeah.
Bits and Bobs UK 123.
Yeah, I'm sure anyone that did click on that link and was looking through did definitely get a shock, a little bit of a shock. That's for sure.
It wasn't until I had a comment in the video about tails. I went on and I looked and I was like, "Ooh!" So I dropped him a message, and he's like, "Oh shit, sorry mate, I didn't even think. I haven't got around to doing that yet." Afternoon, everyone joining in.
How are we doing, everybody?
I did see Wiccan Koi in the comments. Yes. Now, I know Wiccan Koi is over in America. Now, would you like to come on and join us, Wiccan? If so.
Yep. If you want to come and join us, Wiccan, come and talk about your setup.
Yeah, talk about how you're doing things in your area of the United States of America.
Because again, just like the UK, how everybody does it differently, you know, everybody out there, it also is going to do the same. Everyone's going to run their ponds differently, different filtrations.
Aims me to my next bit. My man Chris Stubbs from Stubbs Aquatics this week dropped a video about the differences in filtration between how they're doing it out there in Canada to how we do it over here in the UK. Cracking video, and if you're not subscribed to Stubbsy, go on, give him a subscribe. We're trying to get him up to 2,000. I'm sure it's 2,000 subscribers he wants to get to. So yeah, let's see if we can get him there, because he is one of my best mates from overseas. That one, he is, and there's a reason why he gets called the lug nut.
There is a reason why he's that.
Yeah, he is the lug nut. Love him to bits.
And I would just like to say, because I've actually just checked, because last time I checked, I was under. Those 2 people that have subscribed and pushed me over the 250 mark.
Sweet.
Thank you very much.
Nice. Absolute fucking awesome.
So, yeah, let's go for that 3. Let's go for that 3. We can do it, guys.
Jigsy, honestly, I came home with 160. I don't know how many Dave had, because I don't think he counted his. But Ricky did put in the Grind Show with the different chat group that we got going, that when it came to emptying that pond and putting what's left in the square tank in the other hatchery, we was hoping to have 600 fry in there, weren't we?
Yeah, you got over 1,200, didn't you?
No, he had only just 200 fry to put into that square vat. Yeah,
well, that is how fucking grow like a stink.
That is how tight the numbers were to getting fish out to the people that had entered. So in some ways, I am glad that we did have a few drop out. Otherwise, we would have been in serious twitchy bump area.
That would have been a difficult one, considering, you know, the videos are already basically pre-set up for them. You having some there to then go through and doing the culling and everything there to show.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have had that.
So in that fact, there's not going to be 600 fry in there to go through. Ricky has literally the same amount as everyone else has got that is in the competition. So that makes it even more exciting.
It's an even playing field.
It's now it's equal. It's beat the breeder.
Basically.
It is beat the breeder, because he is on the same level as us now, because he's got exactly the same amount of fish to be able to pick through and choose from. So yeah, game's on now.
Now it all comes down to your water manipulation and everything else now.
I have decided that I am chucking a little heater into the IBC tank, but that's only to get it up to 18.
What, the Higer?
No, the Higer is going to stay in the
long block
in the bank, because it's already settled in. I was going to take it out, and Susan's like, "Don't you fucking dare!" Because you can't help yourself. You can't help yourself. You have to fiddle and fart about. She said no. So she said, it's also, you got a nice bit of algae and everything. Don't fucking fuck it up now.
Don't touch it. Do not touch it.
They're looking really good. And I'm thinking, oh, fuck. The other Higer's down at New Forest, because Rick's been using it on the fry ponds and the brood, on the spawning ponds as well. So I was like, fuck. I think I've got 500 on the lot, but I have got a heater, and I've still got the Inkbird. So I'm going to hook that up to the Inkbird and just get that. That corner is quite shaded, so it's not until sort of late afternoon.
Yeah,
and then
3:30, 4 o'clock.
It gets hit by the sun, hence why it's painted black on the outside. But yeah, the 2 big sponge filters, I've now put them right at the back, and they are now slowly but surely starting to clear the water for me. But mate, it's heaving with Daphnia in there.
Oh, it looks.
And they're still getting brine shrimp 3 times a day. And I tell you, all this farting about with little taps and stuff. Nah, I found my big syringe.
Yeah, I remember in the video. Yeah,
I literally go squirt, squirt, 2 feeds done.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. And then I go 2 or 3 go out and into the IBC tank as well. I mean, I can't really see any of them in the IBC tank at the moment. I could, but that's got a bottom drain on it.
Yeah.
That's got a bottom drain on it. And even though it's got a cap thing on the bottom, which is a plate with the holes in, the holes are too big. You know, they'd end up in the airlift pipe and everything else.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, aren't they the 10 mil holes?
I took them up to 10 mil because the small holes wasn't allowing enough draw through into the easy pod. Can you see what I mean? So yeah, I did have to make it bigger, and that is the only reason why they're not in there. But anything that starts to grow quicker, better than anything else, will then go into there and be brought on from there. Can you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So
well, after seeing your one as well with the extra large filter, reminded me. I have one sitting in the fishing tackle shed.
You have one what?
The big filter, the big sponge.
Oh, right, yeah.
So end of the live, and once I go and do me next water change on the small tank.
Oh, you mean like the one that I've got now in the IBC tank?
Yeah, I'm going to go and switch it over on the Airstones to that and put that in as extra in the 4-foot tank.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
to really,
give it a damn good clean beforehand, though.
Oh yeah, I might
believe it or not, you lot might not actually appreciate it in the video, but that growing on tank is 4 foot deep. So even getting to that plate at the bottom, I'd have to either get in, and there's not a lot of room to move in there as it is. Try and pull that plate off the spigot on the bottom, to then put a mesh over it, push it back down, to then get back out. No, too much fucking around. Too much fucking around. So it'd be easier just to chuck a fish tank heater and take it from 16 degrees up to 18 degrees, and then they'll start fucking flying along, because the tank is absolutely heaving with Daphnia of all sizes. So yeah, they are having a fine muncheroo, and putting the clay in and then a bit of dolomite in, even though it clouds everything up, I think that is not just helping the water, but it's also helping the Daphnia to bloom more. I mean, if I put the lid down and leave it for an hour or so, and then I lift the lid back up, you can see them all just below the surface, and it's just full of movement. So it's not like there isn't food in there, natural food. So yeah, they are getting a little sprinkle of very fine powder food, and like I say, they get a couple of squirts of the brine shrimp. But yeah, they do all right. And the reason I put everyone keeps saying to me, well, why didn't you put them in the heat tank? Why didn't you put them in the heat tank? And that's purely because I would say over half of the people that are actually entered in to the Grow and Show with a Difference aren't going to be heating their fry.
No.
So, and I know I'm saying about taking it up to 18, but had that pond not been in the shade, that would
already be there.
It would already be sitting at 18 now, because my main pond is sitting at 19. So if it wasn't for the shade, I know for a fact naturally it would be sitting at around 18 degrees. But that 3 degrees difference is exponential. It's you know, so broader a gap.
It's literally night and day.
Yeah. So going from there to 18 will, one, it will up their metabolism. Two, it will up their appetite as well. And then you'll be surprised at how long that Daphnia doesn't last.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I put a net full. I did a little scoop in the net. It didn't look like there was a lot, but then I put them into the vat, and they just filled the water. They were everywhere. By the time I come down this morning to do the first feed, not a fucking Daphnia in sight.
Munched a lot.
Munched a lot. And that was the other thing that, I mean, there is some swimming around the outside ring of the Easy Pod. But when I bought those relegated fry, I mean, they were white fry from Showa Spawning and Shiro Sport, Showa Spawning. So, you know, as far as the farm's concerned, can't do anything with them. And literally, I just did 2 nets into a bag. And looking in the bag, it didn't look like there was a lot of fish in there. And I got the bag, I put it over the top of the water of the Tosai tank, and I slit it with a Stanley knife. And the whole lot just went poof. And as soon as it hit the water, I was like,
oh dear.
Me. Fuck me. And I was like, okay then. First thing I did was I put the air on to keep them up in the air. I then slowed the speed down to 30%. And then it was just a free-for-all. Honest to God, it was like tuners trying to herd sardines. And the 2 Karashigoi, the Deutsch Yamabuki, they were literally going up the wall, and they were just like a hoover. You'd see a line of fish disappear. But I would say 2 hours.
Clear.
And then they were gone. All bar what few there was left in that have got into the filter.
Yeah, I was going to say there was guaranteed to be a few going in through in the filter.
Oh yeah, and no, I'm not trying to fish the fuckers out. They will just go straight down into the fucking sump. But yes, I will be coming home with some more, because I mean, it was awesome to watch. And I think what I'm going to do this time round is I'm literally just going to set the camera up, drop them in, and then leave it there for as long as it takes.
Leave them there. Stick a little music overlay on it. Put the description.
I wouldn't know how to do music overlay, but no,
I just leave description in the tag and royalty-free track or something. And yeah,
I don't know how to do any of that shit, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing when I come home next week, because they absolutely love it, and they loved it, honestly. And we got.
What's the waste like after the feed in the fry,
mate? Do you want to bring Wicken in?
Yep, I'll bring Wicken in. How you doing, Wicken?
Good. How you doing this morning?
Doing good, mate. Doing good.
Turn your camera that way. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Turn your camera that way.
Oh, why is that not picked it up?
Have you got your rotate clicked on your phone?
Probably not.
All right, leave it like that.
Leave it like that. It's fine.
All right.
So, how do you do? How are you? And tell us a little bit about yourself and your pond to start with, mate.
Well, I live here in southeast Oklahoma, and I'm getting, like I said, I told you before that I kind of accidentally got started in this business because I had a bait shop, and I accidentally started breeding. And And as you guys all know that koi turns into a monster hub. So,
Goldfish turn into koi, and then koi turns it into an obsession.
yeah, I've figured that out real quick.
Everyone finds that one out.
Well,
Otherwise,
all I can say is welcome to the madhouse. Hold on tight, because it's going to be a roller coaster ride.
Right, I'm up to about 200 fish right now, and I have 3 sets of parent fish that I'm fixing to breed here as soon as they get healthy enough and conditioned enough to where I can breed them.
Oh, wicked! Do you watch G-Love at all from Colossal Koi?
No, not yet.
Check G-Love out. He's in Michigan,
Okay.
and he does a lot of spawnings, and that he could do you a turn with some advice. He's a good lad. Tell him I sent you, and he'll sort you out.
All right. Cool. I've also run into a lot of the supposed koi breeders around here. Have they don't really breed koi so much, but they outsource ones, and a lot of the fish they get around here are not very good.
So you haven't got many actual koi outlets where you are then?
No, the closest one to me is 3 hours away, 3-hour drive, and he sells a lot of mirror carp.
yeah, G was
have you
saying
heard-
the same though.
Yep, G is selling fish, Colossal Koi.
But I right now I have a set of Shiro parents,
Mhm.
a set of shallows, and I have a sagi and a
Ooh.
kohaku that I'm breeding.
No, you can leave the kahakus out, but we'll have the other 3.
Yeah,
My most favourite varieties there.
you
Well,
know, as people have said, you know, you want to stick the just stick a shower in with the Shiros.
No, I tell you what you can do, Wicken. You could do something absolutely wicked for me.
What's that?
You could breed a Shiro and an Asagi together.
Okay.
Stop going on about these fucking snow tigers.
The lighter the Shiro, the better.
Okay.
We want a real nice white fish with red on the bottom, Shiro pattern on top. Combination of a snow Asagi and a Shiro Atsuri.
Oh,
Snow
AKA
tigers, we're gonna call them.
AKA Vince's snow tigers.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
well, we'll see what I can do.
Oh, wicked! Yes.
I'll put it
See?
together and see what comes out of it.
Twisted Koi's going international.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was it really that caught you with the koi? I know you said you started off with goldfish and you were breeding them as bait fish, weren't you? But what made you switch from growing bait fish to keeping koi?
Well, actually, I've seen koi before in like restaurants and stuff where they had them in displays, and I always thought they were really cool fish. And I just went to the pet store and picked up a couple because I wanted to see if I could grow them, and from then on it took off.
So, can you remember what variety it was when you first bought?
What was that?
Can you remember what variety of fish it was that you first bought for your very first fish?
The very first one I bought was a oh shoot, it was, I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head, but it was just a cheap fish out of the PetSmart.
Right.
It
Got
wasn't
ya.
very good, very good quality fish, or
Yeah,
Is it-
yeah.
it was just a yellow and black fish, almost like a
Kitsuri or Quebeco?
no, it was a almost like a Deutsch Matsuba.
Ah, Deutschkind Matsuba.
Yeah.
Got ya. See, over here, most people start with what we call ghost koi, which is basically it's when an ogon of some kind is spawned with a natural koi, a natural carp, and then what you get is you get these ghost koi. So you've got a combination of the two. Most of them come out metallic. And a lot of farms used to discard them, but now a lot of them are classed as Makashi ogons. And there was there was one on the cover of Koi Talk magazine. And honest to God, we had a ghost cart that we could bowl up and put next to that photo, and they would look pretty much identical. So what is it? Is it a Makashi ogon or is it a ghost koi?
Yeah, but that's like what they say though, isn't it? Nowadays, especially like recently, you got the Parachiba and the Platinum Ogon. They're the same fish.
Same
but
thing.
why label them with two names?
Brachner is what I've always known as a Platinum Ogon.
Yeah. I've always known them as Platinum Ogon.
The difference between a Platinum Ogon and a Shiromuji is one's metallic, one's not.
Yeah, I have a fish or a couple of fish out there that I call ghost koi. They're pure white fish, and they have some kind of coloring underneath them, but it's so deep you can barely see the color on them. There's color there, but if it shows up, who knows? You know.
What color is it that's showing?
Right now, it's showing kind of a pinkish red, maybe.
Sounds like secondary Benny.
It does sound like secondary Benny, which means they'll be turning into a Kahakus or something.
Yeah. You probably find it's a Kahaku. It's either lost its Benny and there's a secondary Benny coming out, or it started off as a Muji and then it's come out with secondary Benny. Does it look very pale and wishy-washy?
Yeah, when I first got it, it looked all white. And now it's starting to develop a little bit of color underneath. It's just not very much. But
is it just underneath?
It's throughout its whole body, but it's like deep down under the scales.
You'll have to do a video and put it up on your channel, mate. We'll have a look.
Yeah, you have to do a video out, and we can have a butcher's and see what we think.
Yeah, I did a video last week, and it was like a late Mother's Day video where I got parent fish on it. I don't know if you've seen that one yet or not, but
Shane, can you chuck up a link to?
I'm already on it.
Wiccan's channel. So yeah, guys, if you could go across and give Wiccan Koi a subscribe, send him some Twisted and Hertz Koi love. You know how it goes.
It's not a great video, but hey, it's out there.
Hey mate, we all started somewhere. That's the thing.
Exactly. And I'm trying to get used to it and get it all figured out, because I'm actually trying to do.
Yo, how you doing, G?
In fact, G Love in the comments. G Love, Shane, send out a link so G Love can come and join us.
Yep.
So, whereabouts are you again?
It's South Oklahoma.
So where is that in relation to G? Isn't G Love in Michigan?
Yeah, G's in Michigan.
I'm almost to Texas, down to Texas.
Ooh.
In southern part of the states.
I'd love to go and visit Texas.
Well, I'm working on a deal right now. I've been talking with the casinos down here. That's a big thing with the Indian casinos. And I'm trying to get them to put on a show for around here.
That would be good.
There's not a lot of places around here to do it. You either got to go to the East Coast or the West Coast, and I'm kind of basically snap dab in the middle.
Right.
And if I could get something closer to here where more people could participate in it, get the hobby in the back going good, it'd be great.
Well, we've got a couple of channels in the comments that are in the States. Start getting your heads together and see what you could pull together between you. You got Chris from Sweet Acres Koi Farm in the chat. I'm sure Maureen's in the chat.
Yeah.
Hopefully G Love will come on and join us. Now there's 4. Chris Stubbs. Who else usually comes on?
Ken, is
Mike
Canada, isn't he?
Session.
But yeah, it's that kind of.
Yeah, Ken and Stubbs are over in Canada, but I'm sure all them minds put together could reach out to people and see what you could do.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing's impossible.
Well, I know I'm also getting into the schools with the FFA and the 4-H projects, where anybody and everybody can have livestock projects to go show and do things with. I figured that fish would be the best thing in the world for them to get into.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it's for people that have certain conditions, ADHD and depression and stuff like that. It also gives them something to focus on that then stops them thinking about whatever's going on can you see what I mean? Or with I know a couple of young kids that have got ADHD that have got into the koi, and it's because there is, the way I look at it, there's so much stimulation from koi, from
it's
so many different,
it's peaceful and tranquil.
yeah, from so many different aspects, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you say, you've got the tranquility, you've got the soothing, and it also it takes your mind off of stuff because you're not concentrating on anything but relaxing with the.
Exactly.
I must sounded stupid, but I find it calms me if I've been out and I've had a bout of road rage or something. As soon as I sit down next to my pond.
Exactly. When I have a bad day, I'll take a handful of food and I'll go out there and throw and feed the fish and watch the fish. It just chills you out.
Yep, that's the one. And then it becomes becomes an obsession, and then for a lot of people it then turns into a lifestyle, you know, and it becomes hectic, especially when you're going backwards and forwards to a koi farm twice a week as well.
All right. Well, I'm like I said, I'm building my farm now, and let me tell you what, it takes a lot of work starting from ground zero to get it going.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging new mud ponds and everything else. It's crazy.
And for someone like yourself who is going to be starting a business, you know, it's not just that, it's initial outlay for pipe work, pumps, filtration, construction materials, as well as whatever regulation licenses you need over there to be able to and a lot of people don't think about those sort of things when it comes to starting a business. And
right,
it's one of the reasons why I have always stayed a hobbyist that moves a few fish on and keeps a little rotation going, you know, because the main thing with that out there is it keeps my ticker on a level playing field, you know. So yeah, but everyone gets something different from koi, and that is why it is such a versatile hobby. Versatile, it's the word I'm looking for, where you've got such a varied age range.
right.
Diversity.
The diversity of age range that can come together, no matter what their political status, religious status, and everything else, can come together and just be a community of people that just talk about what they're passionate, you know, which is why I love going to the koi shows. I mean, this year's going to be completely different for me because I'm showing for the first time, you know, and it's coming up very fucking fast, and I'm already shitting myself.
Rick's Koi Pond had a bit of a bad week with the koi, had 2 jumpers earlier in the week. and had to euthanize a 58
Oh,
centimeter
Rick.
Sankey yesterday. Gutted for you, Rick.
Mate, gutted. Well, your suicidal Sankey's doing great in the Tosai tank, so there's a little bit of a silver lining for you, even though it is a kicker, especially at such a big fish as well.
Mm-hmm.
How big was the other one, Rick? So, how do you find the cost of koi keeping over there? Do you find it expensive?
It's really expensive. The bad part about it is actually trying to find stuff like products for your fish, like sedate and PP and stuff like that. If you have issues that you have to deal with, it's like next to impossible to find products and stuff to do stuff with. So we have to do it pretty much all as natural as we can do. So we do use a lot of salt and whatnots on our ponds and stuff to keep parasites down and
Mm-hmm.
such.
So, what salt level do you take your ponds to when treating for the likes of flukes?
About 3%, or 3.3% or whatever. That's about as high as I'll go.
3.3
Or 0.3.
0.3. I'm surprised in that knocks Fluke back. I thought normally you'd go up to like
say,
0.6.
Luckily enough, knock on wood, I haven't had that issue yet, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess
mean,
it's actually 3 parts per million or whatever it is, because
Yeah.
3 pounds per 100 gallons of water. 3 pounds of salt per 100 gallons of water.
Gonna say I had Brad Sturgeon and his koi in my pond, and I had to treat for flukes. That was I had to take that up to 0.885 for a week, and then it took forever to get the salt out of the system. G-Love, my brother.
Actually,
He can't hear us.
Can't hear us.
Has he got his microphone set up? He's just muted it.
Have you got your
Unmuted.
headphones in?
No, I can't hear you.
Actually, Vince, I run my pond about 1% all the time on salt level.
0.1.
Yeah.
Gee, pop out, go into your audio settings and just check it there, because there was an update on the StreamYard the other day. If you're still setting up with the old setting, it's probably defaulted you.
Most of the dealers and stuff that I get my fish from, that's how they run their systems.
Angry Brett, are you in the States? What state are you from? Oh man, can't hear G-Love. Can you guys hear G at all?
Because I had that with I had that with mine earlier. All of my stuff was all defaulted. I had to go back in there and change all my audio settings and everything.
I didn't have to. I just popped straight in. So how many mud ponds do you expect to have by the time you've finished? And are you putting in concrete block tanks as well? Or will you
It's all gonna be all mud ponds, and there's probably gonna be 30 or something of them by the time it's all said and done.
Nice. And what sort of depth and size are you looking at?
Anywhere from 3 foot deep to, I'm gonna have a main pond that runs in between all of them. That's a feeder pond, so I can pull water, and it's probably gonna be about 6 or 8 foot deep.
Nice. Can't wait to see it all running.
It's gonna take me a minute to get it all done, but I'll eventually get it done. The hard part with doing stuff around here is actually getting somebody that wants to actually work.
Yeah, it's getting like that all over the world, mate. It's getting like that all over the world. Too much reliance on fingers and technology. No one knows or wants to pick up a tool half the time these days because they don't know what to do with it.
Well, you hand somebody a shovel nowadays and they expect to lean on it and get paid $10 an hour.
That's
Yep.
the one. That's the one. Oh, bless you. So, with that, I take it you're going to have natural mud ponds,
Yeah.
so there won't be any filtration on them.
For the most part, no. I'm just gonna let nature take its course, and it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. What about oxygen content? Because you must get high temperatures where you are.
Yeah. I'll
Would you have
probably
an
oxygen generators in the ponds, mechanical type generators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So is that creating oxygen or just moving the water?
Both.
Yeah, it does both. It's kind of like what we would kind of see at our commercial fishing lakes
Yeah.
in the summertime.
All right. Where
you've
they
got
just
like an old mill style,
and it just
swimming.
turns water out fucking great. Yeah. And then I know what you're on about. Definitely.
Yeah, that's basically the principle of it. So the water
well, that's
churns
what I
it,
was gonna
sucks
ask
it in,
next.
and then
Are you
flows
going to
it
use
through.
an air stone or are you going to put pumps in the ponds? But yeah, that makes sense because you're getting both out of the one then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. They must be expensive to run because there's a fair
They're
old.
They're not actually that much to run at all.
Actually, you can set it up pretty easy. You way I found to do it, just take some like old air drills or the power grinders, and you hook them up to
Yep.
air hoses.
Mm-hmm.
Put paddle wheels on them, and the air that comes off of the tool when it's running actually aerates the water. Plus, it turns the paddle wheel. You got a win-win on both situations there, and it's all run off an air system.
Nice. Well, there's another video for you, mate.
Yeah.
Show us how it's done.
Get the pen and paper out. We're going to be dropping all these ideas for you.
You're going to have a list as long as your arm of videos that we're waiting to see now.
Yeah. I've been kind of shy and bashful because I have never done this stuff before. But now that I'm starting to do it, I'm getting a little more comfortable with it. So things are going to start getting a little bit better, I hope.
Don't you dare start barking.
No Mexican.
Don't
you do it.
But between that and all the other projects I got going around, it's insane around here most of the time.
It's just not enough hours in the day, is it, bud?
Yeah, there's not that or not enough for me to go around either.
Especially where you are as well. We're coming up to that kind of time as well where you're going to start hitting the 105s, the 106s up to, what's the highest you get up to? Like 115?
Well, right, like I said, right now I'm just starting. It's still building.
Now, on the natural temperatures.
Oh, the temperatures? It has been up to 109, 110 degrees.
Yeah.
It's been so hot you don't want to go outside. I mean, you just no.
Is that our degrees? Is that our degrees, Shane?
No, that's Fahrenheit. So you're looking at around 42, 43.
Yeah, it's hot.
I know I don't like it cold, but that is too hot. Remind me, if I'm going to come and visit you, it's going to have to be in the fucking winter.
Actually, right now,
hang on. What's your coldest temperature you go down to in winter?
Minus 11 Fahrenheit. I don't know what it translates into.
I'm coming in the spring.
That's about 0.
I'm coming in the spring when it's in between.
I think. Let me just check that.
Put it this way, it got so cold last winter, I had a bunch of regular goldfish and an IBC tank, and it froze the IBC tank into a block of ice, and the fish survived it.
Ah, that's mad.
Yeah, it was insane. I didn't expect them to survive it, but they did.
Because IBC tank, that's 1,000 liters, 250 gallons.
I mean, it was a solid block of
Fuck
ice.
that.
Literally.
I think I got it now.
There we go.
Yeah,
All
there
right.
he is.
All right. How my brothers doing? My Koi brothers.
Was it the
Yeah, man.
settings?
Let me turn it up a little bit so I can hear you.
Was it the settings, G?
Yes, it was, Shane. I appreciate that, man.
G-Love in the house.
How you guys doing?
So
G
yeah,
Love,
minus
you can
11
go.
is minus 23 Celsius.
Really?
F that bomb.
Ah, man, it's a nice day out here, man. Nice and cool under the shade. Enjoying the fish.
Yeah, man. Bruv, I gotta say, those Shiros, fucking stunning.
Oh man.
Yeah, you got some cracking sumi on them.
Absolutely fucking stunning, brother.
I appreciate it, man. You know, just I don't know, Twisted. You and Ricky and Rocket Boy down there just really inspire me, honestly. And I got
Mate.
Shane over there building every day, so I gotta kick myself in gear, man.
Hey, you're doing great. Absolutely great. And those Shiros were from last year, weren't they?
2022.
Yep, 2022. Yep. And then
Yeah.
the ones from last year, I transferred into the acrylic tank. So, and then I even put the ones that you had asked about, the ones that I bred with Sankey.
Yep.
Those were the first ones I put in. So I'm just kind
Yeah,
of
there was
what I'm gonna grow on in the 50-gallon pond, and then sorting the other ones out so I can move on.
yes, there's some of them Sankey Shiros were a bit strange,
Yeah.
but there was some really nice ones there as well.
Okay.
They're
I
not
just kinda-
strange, guys. They're
I was
not
like,
strange.
well,
They're
let's-
weird and wonderfuls.
Let's
Come
see
on.
it through, you know, because Koi is one of them things where it doesn't happen suddenly; it happens over time. So,
Oh yes, and if you've got Shiro in there, then it's gonna take time because Shiros show us, you know, something with Sumi. It takes time,
yeah,
you know.
It does take time to come out.
Had a
Hey.
Sankey that had no Sumi on it, and then 4 years down the line, out it comes,
right,
and then you just got this beautiful fish.
yeah, something you
Some
probably
Shiros, you know.
started years ago, you know, turned out to be something stunning, you know.
Yeah.
And have you found yourself, now that you've done a couple of years of Shiros, G, that they hit a certain point and then they drop all their Sumi,
Yes, yep.
and then
They'll go pure Shiroji on you.
yep,
Gotta know that was bred from a Shiro, or you'd be trying to discard it, and then the Sumi will come back lacquer black, man.
yep, that's the one. How long did it take you to realize that?
Oh, maybe quite a few mistakes. I really had to educate myself. I would say like maybe a year or so, year and a half. I was discarding the sort of ones that didn't have a lot of Sumi on them. I was just kind of, but a few people came by and grabbed some of those, and I saw them. I went to their pond and I seen them. I was like, oh, what did I do? You know, so they started to tell me, wait a minute, you know, don't just discard the ones that's
Yep, no worries, Wickham. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of those things.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, how many have you seen that you've regretted selling, knowing that you...
Well, actually, I guess I regret it, and then I don't, you know, because I want to move on great fish to people so they can get the experience as well. So
yeah,
but
exactly.
fish that I wish I would have kind of kept in my own pond, probably maybe about a good 10.
Crazy, isn't it?
And then some
Yeah,
fish,
you've had that
really
yourself,
don't
Vince.
shows, you know.
You've had that yourself, Vince, with the
Oh yeah,
the Achiba, for example.
yeah.
Ah,
Midnight.
Midnight.
I've
Yeah.
and I know where you've been there, but knowing what you know now and looking back at when you were first doing Shiros, how much in percentage wise would you say that you would have kept had you known what you know now?
Actually, I would have probably kept probably 20%
More.
of the ones I discarded, and then I would have discarded maybe 30% of ones I kept.
Yep, that
So,
makes sense.
I was going for the ones that had that pretty pattern now. And a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times those went all black, or the sumi got messy, just all over the place, versus the ones that had a lot of shiroji on them. That sumi came and tacked in place and got sharper. The kiwa and the sashi got, a lot tighter on the fish, and the fish became a stunning, 3-4 year old. It takes a while. But as you do it, one person may see it differently, and then you see it done. You already see it, even though it's not done yet. I guess that's
Yeah.
just the experience that comes with it.
Yeah, that comes with the time dealing with it, getting hands on with it. So you've physically seen them be that one. You're like, what's that gonna do? Tell you what, go out,
Yeah,
see what
absolutely,
you do,
absolutely.
and
Yeah,
then compared to the ones where you're just looking at them going, nah, I don't see that. That
yeah.
can go.
Now it's coming to the point. I wouldn't say I know it all, because I don't think you ever know it all in koi.
Nope,
At least
you
I
don't.
got, I
You
got
get
that intuition and that
it's
feeling.
more you get in your eye.
Yep, yep.
That's what I kind of see it with the keeping. The longer you do it, you don't learn it all, but your eye gets sharper.
Absolutely correct.
So you
And
end up picking up more things.
have you started doing Taroku on the Shiro and the shower fly?
Pardon?
Have you started doing what they call Taroku on your Shiro and your shower fly?
What,
So what I mean is at 2 weeks old, you
oh,
take
God.
out
Yeah, the
you
black
take
one.
all the white ones out and feed them something else.
Oh, thank you. See, you always educate me. I do that. I didn't know the term for it. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Taroku.
Yes, now I'm doing that. Before, I used to just keep them all, and
Yeah.
then sort them through later when it starts to come up. But now I'm getting better growth.
Mm-hmm.
The lower the numbers, the growth is better. You just get right to it right away.
Yep.
Now, yeah, definitely, that has definitely helped the whole process. Even more of that with the Sankeys. It's just, I guess, I love Shiro, so focusing on that variety for a while has helped
Yeah.
me a lot. Study just jumping around.
Yep. It's always good to home yourself in on that one thing that you really love first.
Yeah, I just
And
sometimes
you can kind of work on perfecting that.
Shiro, but oh well,
But yeah, but then
Mate.
again, you're going down the line of the Yatsuri. So once you've hammered, you've kind of got your eye in on the Shiros, then you can go down the line of, okay, let's go to the next
Try
one.
adding a bit of yellow.
that kind of thing.
Let's go Hiyatsuri or let's go Ki.
Yeah,
And you can just, because you've already got the basics because of the Shiro, you
yes,
can just add little bits to it and it makes a big difference.
correct.
But knowing that you've now honed and nailed down your Shiro parentage, what is the next spawning project for G-Lo?
Genrin Chagoy with a certain Chagoy. My car gauge Shiro in there. He is it high or he?
He
Shiro.
Hi, it's Suri.
Suri. I always go Shiro.
Yeah, Hiyatsuri.
Highest.
Here, Suri.
Remember you make
I knew
Hi,
I knew he was going to correct me.
a joke about it. I'm like, okay.
Here, Suri.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kage Charatsuri, mate, if you could nail that, you would
Would
be
look mint.
exquisite.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but that's what we're gonna try. And also, I'm doing another situation that's gonna be very interesting with the Shiros.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm doing another.
Ooh.
It's a surprise. Well, actually, maybe let me see. Maybe I can show you better than I can tell you. Let me show you.
Ooh.
Let me show
Guys,
you.
we could be getting a first here.
Yep, you'll get it first. Turn the phone around.
Oh, signal.
As long as
Okay.
his internet stays in place.
This is what I'm gonna do.
There we go. Here we go.
Ooh.
Here we go. Let's see. See it. Uh-oh, where you at? Oh, I see it. I'm gonna have to get a net, guys. Maybe I can. Let's see what I can do.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Maybe I can bring it to
Listen,
you.
you've got to get up and see this man.
Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna have to do it properly. Let me go grab another net, okay? Let me
Yeah,
grab
yeah.
a bigger net.
Now go and grab the pan net.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, Wiccan, you're going to have to speak with G-Love and go down and visit him, man.
Right.
Mhm.
Anyway, I was like we were
Yeah,
talking about temperatures and stuff down here.
you're more than welcome.
The battery I have where I'm putting my ponds and stuff in is it's in the river bottom, so it's really hot and humid. I mean, the
Yeah.
humidity is like 98% humidity and stuff down there with that kind of heat. So it's unreal.
Ooh.
See.
So you'd be looking at trying to cool ponds down rather
Yeah.
than warm them up. Yeah. Yeah, but it's always harder to cool water than it is to warm it, especially when you're fighting that sort of ambient outer temperatures, the air temperatures.
Oh,
Right. They're almost to the point of cooking.
see that twisted?
There we go.
Oh, nice.
You know what that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the Magoi.
Yep.
We're gonna put the Magoi blood into the Shiro. So we're gonna really have
Nice. That's the one.
Yep. So you guys get it first.
Oh, yeah.
I figured
My
you would
man G
probably
Love's
love
going for Chariot Theory. Wick and Coy's going for the Snow Tiger.
that. Okay. Yep.
Oh, yeah, baby. Influencing the world.
Here comes the weird and wonderfuls.
One
Wonderful.
state at a
I
time.
knew you would love that.
You know that, G.
Yep, just a bit of fun, man. You make it fun, so I figured I'll add a little more spice to it. Let
Yep.
me try to get this
Awesome.
back right here.
It's also more content. End of the day, G.
Pardon?
End of the
More
day, it's more
content as well.
content. Oh, he's pressed
Nope.
the button.
He pressed the wrong button.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie. But yeah, man. G's place is massive. Could you imagine a koi show with that 50,000 gallon pond as well?
Especially when he's got his air pump running, when that's jetting it out.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, honestly, Wiccan, you've got to go over and check out G's channel and his pond. His main pond is 50,000 gallons.
It's a big pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
the above ground one that he has?
Huh?
Was that the above ground one that he had there?
No, that's the below ground one. These above ground ones are in most of them are like in the basement.
No,
And
okay.
then the ones that you saw that were out of the ground, they're just tanks and swimming pools.
That's his spawning
Breeding
tanks.
areas.
Right.
Yeah. So what he's going to do, he's going to try and create a fish that's called a charatsuri.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a chagoi, yeah, with a perfect shiroatsuri black pattern laid over the top.
That'll be different.
They are really nice. In fact, it might not have been last year, but the year before, Ricky Stoddart from Koi Wholesale, he found one over in Japan. Yeah, and it was pristine. It must have been about 5 or 6 years old. It was huge. And that went for 40,000, the equivalent of £40,000.
Wow.
Yeah. and it was absolutely stunning. Beautiful chagoy color, stunning fulcrum, which is what you want. Beautiful black sumi overlaid in a shiro pattern. It just ticked all of the boxes. And then on top of that, what G's trying to do is get Kage in there as well, which means that the top half, at least the top half, has got a black to grey reticulation inside the brown scales.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he can create all three factors absolutely perfect, oh my word, that's going to be a winning fish. One thing for sure. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's definitely going to keep him busy.
Because usually they're not actually bred for. They're a throwback, spawning throwback. I mean, look at last year. I bought home a bucket load from New Forest that Rick discarded. You know, the best one out of them I lost to Fluke and Costia. Some just didn't grow and went all skin and weedly. And there is one, possibly two, swimming around in the toe side tank. Not that you could call them proper chart series because they've only got a little bit of sumi, but you know, it is what it is. I think one's metallic. But to actually get a beautiful pattern from the Shiro side overlaid on top of that Chagoy base, yeah, 1 in a million for a decent one.
See, that's the only thing. You know, remember we went to Adams and we picked out that Chayatsuri? Haven't seen it. Haven't seen it now all since spring.
Is it in the little pond? Well, there you go. It's gone spring now, so I think it's about time you had a net up and a go through.
Well, yeah, because I want to know how that Ginrin. I don't know if it was a Ginrin Kiyatsuri or a Ginrin Hiyatsuri, but it was one of them that we got. But it was more on the key side because it was more gold than the orange.
That's been kept green, hasn't it?
No, that's been clear.
It's clear now, is it? So you've got no excuse for not seeing any. So yeah, I think
I might just take the net. I might just turn the net off, turn the air pump off, and have a look.
I would net them all up, get them in a bowl, and have a look at them. And I guarantee they're a lot bigger than what you think, because both my mum and dad were absolutely shocked at the sizes of the fish that are in that little pond. Unbelievable. I mean,
unbelievable, Jeff.
The smallest one was still over 30 centimeters.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's on a tiny little pond filtered by a tempest.
Yep, he had one with a tancho spot on his head. I know the one you mean. I know exactly the one you mean, Chris. Was an absolute mint.
What, the little Ginrin one?
No, G had one on his video where it's got literally like a little tancho spot on its head.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some homework for you, Wiccan. Go and check out G's videos.
Or his website as well.
Yep. Or he's got a website as well. He sells fish as well. Cool. So you never know. You might be able to get yourself a nice couple of possible parent brood fish. Hopefully it will come back to us once he figures out his buttons again.
Right. Well, I got to start off with what I got right now. I'll get some different ones later, but right now I'm stressed for space.
Yeah. Just work with what you've got. Don't all of a sudden be like, boom, okay, I'm overcrowded now. I've got to rush to do stuff, because you don't want to slip up and forget something along the line because you're rushing.
Yeah, I purchased 4 more IBC tanks and turned them into tanks. So hopefully I'll have enough room between grow-on ponds, my big pond, the pond I'm building for myself. I should have.
Have you got a JCB to dig these ponds?
Huh?
I said, have you got a JCB to dig these ponds, or are they being dug by hand?
Well, I had a backhoe. My cousin had a backhoe that dug my main pond that I'm having here at my house. But other than that, I have a just a little old John Deere 32 horsepower John Deere tractor with a bucket on the front of it that I'm digging most of it with.
Cool.
Yeah.
It keeps them shallow then, isn't it? Perfect for growing small fish and fry.
Like I said, it's 2 foot deep, maybe the deepest they're going to be for the grill or for the fry ponds and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the only thing I think you will need is some kind of shading over the pond.
Yeah.
To stop the temperature rising up so high on the fry ponds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether they get like the what we call a debris netting.
Oh right, you're talking about scaffold debris netting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Quite possibly.
Because that
But the
stuff
way
does
I-
work quite well.
What I would do is I would work out where the sun comes up at the start of the day, where it is at the midday, and then from where it is the midday round, that's the area that you shade.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's the way I basically set my ponds up so that the afternoon, when that's the sun going down in the afternoon, kind of shaded.
Yeah, perfect. But you might find, especially when you go up to your higher temperatures, that you might need to put a little bit of extra shade over your ponds, because whitefish will sunburn if there's no shade.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If the pond's clear and they're white and you've got blistering heat boiling down, it will give them sunburn if there's nowhere for them to shade. Hide.
There he is. Welcome back.
Sorry about that. Phone died.
So, G-Lab, I was next going to say, now that you've nailed the Shiro Atsuri, because you are producing some stunning Shiro Atsuris.
Thank you.
Other than your Shiro Atsuri project, is there anything that's not a project? Is there a parent set that you want, that you want to put together because it'll be good for your shop? Or can you see what I mean? The Char Atsuri in some respects is a chuck it together and see, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. That's just
think
that's more for fun.
Yeah. So
I think I like
for
Kahaku.
Kahaku.
I think I like Kahaku. Yeah. Those seem to
That's
be, as
another one.
far as fish that you can move on, would probably
Yeah.
be those. But to me, they're not much fun, but from a business standpoint, well.
Yeah. From a business point standpoint, they're
People
pretty much
like
everybody's
those-
bread and butter.
Most people who come to me that's looking for a showfish or to win some type of prize, they're mostly looking for that Kahaku.
And looking for that nice, even 3-step, same pattern all the way through.
The Roji,
Good
mouth,
shoulders,
the back
Yeah.
end.
good
big
shoulder. Yeah.
So
I'm surprised you said Kahaku.
Pardon?
I'm surprised you said Kahaku. I thought you would have gone for something with a little bit more challenge to it.
Yeah, but then again, if it's not
Yeah.
so much, if it's for the shop, you don't really want something with too much of a challenge. You want something that you can just get that turn.
Yeah, just for that end, basically. I mean, I'm not like over the moon over it, but I'll go there.
Mm-hmm.
So on your when you're doing your Kahaku, are you very stringent with your coloring?
Yes. Yeah, they looking for, I guess, what they would call, I guess, all the judges, from a judge's point of view, most people come to me looking for that. So I'll alcohol heavily, just to get to that point quick.
But then again, that's kind of like with the Shiros too. How you had, you found out down the line, it takes that little time before it comes through.
Hmm.
Where, with the Kahaku, it could take a little while before that patterning comes through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with the Kahaku, you know how this with the Shiro, it's about the Sumi developing. The Kahaku is either if the Benny's not there, it's not gonna come. You know what I mean? It's like
No.
you don't get it sharp and the Kiwa and the Sashi there, but you at least whatever the pattern is gonna be. It's not gonna like okay, so Rose here and then Benny up here. It's none of that. So
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I say that because obviously you've seen the small pond here. You've seen
yes.
like the Ginrin Kahaku that I've got. Now, for the first 8 months, to me, that looked like a Ginrin Benigoi, solid orange.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't until the temps last year started to rise that it just split and
Started to
become
grow.
what it is. Yeah.
Skin
All right,
started to
Rose.
thicken.
Told you show up more.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just reading the
Vince has
comments.
seen that one personally, and yeah, every time he tries to get a look at her, or him, but just
Okay.
Bob. It just we tried 3 hours. We netted the whole pond. We still couldn't get it.
Wow.
Yeah, that fish has never been out of the water apart from once when I got the short.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That took a long time to get that in the bowl.
Ah.
All right, then I'm
Nice.
gonna have to step out of here. It's time for breakfast.
Yeah. All right,
Cheers for
Wickham.
joining us, Bob.
Take care, buddy. Good to see you.
Okay. And keep me updated on the snow tiger.
I will do. I'll to go feed them now.
He's trying to get everybody to vote into the Snow Tigers. Watch out, G.
Did it? Yeah. Have you got
Yeah,
any
well-
Asagi, Stu?
No, I love to have one.
No, you don't.
No.
Yes, you do.
No. No.
Yes, you
No.
do.
You'll end up doing
Yes,
Snow
no, yes, no,
Tigers.
yes, no. I think I would love to have one for the robot, and I think that'll be interesting to mix in.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
it's
the-
not just that, though, Shane. If you look at the Koi family tree,
Oh, I know they are one of the they are
they
pretty
are
much
one
the
of
oldest.
the first true
Yeah, the
varieties
first
of
Koi.
Koi. So why wouldn't you want an Asagi?
I've got 2 or 3 of them.
If you've got a really good example,
I love the one you got on your intro.
that's Susan's. That's not mine.
Beautiful.
She seems to claim
Beautiful.
every fucking Asagi that comes in.
Obviously, Asagi's are our favourite.
She does love her
look at
Asagi.
Shane. Look at Shane's face.
Yeah.
Well, I did like I say, I was chatting with Ricky about doing the spawning. I told him about spawning the Ginrin Matsukao with the Kiyotsuri.
Mhm.
And his response was not until after the national.
We must got some up there already.
Oh,
So,
Ricky's mad scientist brain is always ticking.
yeah. But not only that,
man,
I can't even.
I love that guy, man. How do you not love him? He's like a mad scientist, man. And Twisted, you and that guy and Rocket Boy fit like a glove, man, in a hand.
Oh, mate, I've got so much love and respect for that man. In fact, all 3 of the guys down at New Forest Koi, because they treat me and Dave like we're part and parcel of New Forest Koi. We're family. So yeah, and it humbles me when Rick will leave me alone to select stuff
Mhm.
for tanks and stuff like that. It just, yeah, and at the same time, every time I go down there, I always learn something from him. Just like the Thursday night lives that he's on Gaz's, I learn something every Thursday from him on there as well. You know, and
Wow.
Mhm.
if you're not open to learning, you're not going to evolve.
Right.
You know,
Well, I mean,
and
same
learning
thing.
is
It's the same thing, Twisted. Like what you are to, I would say me, as a YouTuber and a hobbyist, man. I mean, like you speak of Rick, man. I shout you out and I give you your kudos too, bro. You know the way you let people in. I got to be honest with you, bro. I mean, you inspired me, to really move forward, a little bit more and just, I feel like I learned something from you as well. And then you even bring us along when you go to Rick. You know what I mean? I mean, bro, I have to give you yours too, bro. That's how we do here. I have to give it to you, man. That you are
brother. Thank
appreciated.
you.
And that's the
Yeah.
truth, bro.
That means a lot, brother. Thank you very, very much.
I mean, it's just the truth, man. I have to really give it to you, man, because I mean, I see how you shout out the new YouTubers. You don't get that. You just, you don't get that from everybody, man. So that shows me that you're a special person, man. I really wish I was closer, man. I'll be right under your armpits, bro.
Oh, brother, if I was in the States, I'd be there every day. 'Cause the things we could do at your property, man, it's just
And bro, you
unreal.
totally welcome, man. Just for the type of person you are. You know what I mean? It goes even to me. I don't know you like that, but you have a great spirit, bro. Stay that way, man. Don't let nobody take that from you, man. That's golden.
Oh no, mate, I'm too old to fucking change. You should know that
There
by
you
now.
go. Yeah, man. You just highly appreciate it, bro.
Thank you very much. It does. It means a lot. It truly does.
More than welcome, man. You keep
Well,
the
I'm
hobby.
just going to pop to a little boy's room, but when I
Oh,
come back, we'll carry on this learning section with what I've got planned because I
all
Oh,
think
right.
that ties in just about right.
okie dokie. Go on then. Go
So
and drain
see
them
you.
in vain. Right.
And look at the pretty one. Look at her.
Pretty one. She's a pain in the ass. Yappy little thing at the moment. That's why she's got this on. Not that
Ah,
it does anything, innit? Look, she looks all indignant as if to say, "What are you doing to me?"
man, my daughters would love her for her to death.
Oh, mate, she is a lovable dog, but she is a pain in the ass at the moment.
Yeah. Sometimes they just
Super,
need to.
super
How old
yappy.
is she actually? How old is she?
She's, she's got to be coming on 7 or 8 years old now, at least.
Mm.
I think
Good dog.
she'd not long come to us as a puppy, but not long
Ah.
after I started the channel.
Oh, okay. Wow. How long you been in Koi?
No, no. Yeah, she's got to be about 6 years old.
Mm.
I tell you what, my fucking brain, I just one day melds into the next.
How long you been doing Koi Twisted? How long you been at this? I'm just curious.
Doing koi, I first started about 20 years ago.
Okay.
And I first started to learn from a man called Mark Davis, Mark
Mark
and
Davis.
Lisa Davis's wife. And they are the owners of Cuttlebrook Hill Farm.
Ah, okay.
And
Yeah.
it was Mark that inspired me. He also gave me the love of Shiraturi, and
Ah, okay.
it was at his facility on my second visit that I ever saw a Charatsuri.
Ah,
And we were we were having a walk around the facility, and he took me into his Nissan house.
Mm-hmm.
And the first pond I come up to, I just see this Charatsuri come swimming up, and my exact words were, "What the fuck is that?" And Mark said, "That's a Charatsuri," and I was like, "A what?" And he explained it, and I was like, "I love that. That's nice. That appeals to me." And
Yeah.
our friendship went from there. You know,
Wow.
helped out on the farm for quite a few years, going backwards and forwards, harvesting, doing Koroku with the Shiro fry.
Mhm.
It was Mark that taught me how to select Shiros at small ages and stuff. So yeah, I do owe a hell of a lot to Mark Davis from Cutbrook
Wow.
Koi Farm.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Great.
I then met the illustrious, you either loved him or you hated him, Peter Waddington, and then I learned a hell of a lot more. A hell of a lot more.
Okay.
I also trialed and tested one of his Eric filters.
Ah, the filters. Okay.
Yeah, I did a trial and test on there. That it's still on YouTube actually. I just couldn't access that account. I've forgotten the passwords. But yeah, those trials for Peter are still on YouTube on my
Okay.
old account. So,
Oh
and then
wow.
I went from there. Like I dropped off the scene for a while,
Okay.
and then when I came back, I did a year or so of bits at Addenbrooke Koi Farm.
Okay.
Learned a hell of a lot more, and then I've always gone to New Forest Koi Farm because I always loved what I called a pick and mix,
Mm-hmm.
and just got to chatting with one of the guys. It, at the time, turned out to be Carl, and then Carl put his umbrella up and passed me off to Rick, and then I stood there and had a talk with Rick, and it just went from there. And
Okay.
now I do all the filming up there of, as you know, absolutely everything, you know. And Rick, I just can't say enough good things about him. Just, you know, and at the same time, you know, he's also, even though he won't admit it or accept it, but he's breaking new ground as far as koi keeping is concerned in the UK. In the fact that last year we put a poll out to the YouTube community and said, "What would you like to see us spawn?" Never seen that done before. And
Yeah.
then was born the YouTube Community Choice. Yes, it threw out some really nice fish, but it did throw out a lot of fucking ugly fish as well.
Okay.
I've never known a koi breeder to put out to a community, say, "What would you like me to?" You know, never seen it done before. You know, and then you've got on top of that, you've got his transparency.
Mm.
His transparency is so transparent, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
Wow.
And then this year, you know, it was a combination of minds, but mostly Rick, and he came up with the ground show. Well, I came up with the title, but got the ground show with the difference,
Yeah, I've been
which
watching. I've been watching that. That seems awesome.
again, it puts everyone on a level playing field because everyone's starting at the same point. And
Uh-huh.
Rick actually said on the group of people, we've got a Telegram group where everyone's chatting and swapping ideas and banter's going. Rick actually put up in there when it came to emptying that pond, and counted up, he only had 200 fry left. He was expecting at least 600 because he wanted some for the farm as well. But after all the fry went out to everyone involved, he had exactly the same amount as everyone involved.
Oh wow.
So,
I was wondering too
so
when I was
that,
watching, was it gonna run out?
so that in itself, you know, has thrown the gauntlet down even more now because now I'm saying not only YouTubers against one another
right.
in
But
banter, you know, just for the kudos. It is also everyone against Rick.
yes, yes.
Can you see what I
That's
mean? Because Rick
awesome
is
fun.
starting on the same point as us now with 200 fry exactly.
Wow.
It's beat the breeder.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's got to be done.
I know they're gonna have there's some mean competition there, especially with you over there. I didn't watch you get it in with the growing. I had a question for you.
mean,
Like, I don't know if you want to give your secret away while you guys in competition, but I gotta learn how you grow those fish, man. You get them. That's what made me start using the acrylic tank. I was like, if Twisted can do it, let me just touch on it a little bit.
yeah,
But
mate,
you
it's
have
all about how you manipulate that water.
yeah.
You know, I mean, I know I'm running an Easy Pod, 110 litre bio bin, which has got about 80 litres of moving media. I've got a little bit of K1, K3 and stuff in the uplift for the air source heat pump.
Okay.
So it's, for me, it was all about water manipulation, trying to make the body of water itself seem bigger than it was.
Okay.
And the best way to do that is with filtration.
Mhm.
Can you see what I mean? And even though I've got so much filtration on that little tank, it's 4 foot deep, but it's about 40 gallons more than an IBC tank in total, but it's very slim.
Okay. Okay.
And that is actually just a little bit bigger than the original one that I had in the old shed. Do you remember the original one, the wooden one? And on that one, all I had was an Easy Pod and a little shower. Now
Right.
I've got more media. I've got cheaper heat because that air source heat pump is an absolute fucking lifesaver in cost.
Wow.
In pure cost. I mean, before I got the air source heat pump, I was running over a kilowatt in aquarium heaters in the tank,
All the
and I was struggling to maintain 17 degrees, and it was chewing through electric like no business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've taken them out. I've put the air source heat pump on, and for every 1.2 kilowatts of electric it uses, it produces 7.3 kilowatts worth of heat.
Wow.
So
Wow.
heating my little tank to 30 degrees is now costing me peanuts.
That's awesome because that's a big thing you have to do is the heat, right? With growing.
Yeah. And that's set at 30 degrees.
Wow. Okay.
That's set at 30 degrees, and that will sit like that 24/7, 365 days a year.
Wow, that's awesome. I think I get to like 20 downstairs with no heat in the indoor stuff. I would like to, but it's so expensive here in America now, heating, That's what I'm doing, dropping aquarium heaters in the tanks and stuff. It's just the cost, the running cost.
Just
So this year I didn't use them, but it stayed about 20 degrees.
So what you could look at, instead of looking at like the big air source, like what Vince has got, I've touched on it before in a previous one. You can get the swimming pool heaters. They're small and compact, but they can still produce quite a good chunk, because obviously most of your heat that you're getting is from your lighting. That's where most of your heat's going to be coming from, because obviously being in the basement, it's in the coldest part of the house.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So most of the heating you've got is coming from your lights.
Have you got a way of venting out of your basement?
Yep, this is a way I can get out. Maybe I can put like some poly glass on one of the windows and
the reason I say that is you could get yourself an air source heat pump
Mhm.
and you could run it inside. But
Ah,
you
vent it out.
need, yeah, but you need to be able to duct outwards,
Ah, okay.
right? And the reason I say that, when your air source heat pump kicks in, if you stand in front of that fan, it gets cold. It's blowing
Ah,
out cold, freezing cold air. So you need to duct that
gotcha.
out of the building.
Duct it out. Okay.
But if you've got it inside and you're running at a natural temperature, ambient temperature of 20 degrees,
Mhm.
taking your tanks up to, or a tank up to 30 degrees will cost you fuck all, really, because of the ambient temperature inside. The air source heat pump won't be on long.
Ah, okay. I see what you mean. I
And
see
that's
what you.
exactly what Rick's going to be doing to the air source heat pump in the Mega Munga channel.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna look into that.
So,
That sounds really energy efficient and everything, and then I could get the heat up and really put some growth on.
oh, yes, go for it, Wiccan. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, mate, look into it
I will. I will. Yeah.
and see, because you're keeping if you're running it indoors, then you don't have to get one that goes down to really low temperatures. So you could get yourself a cheap,
Mhm.
the hot tub one, or a cheap swimming pool one. You can get small ones, nano ones that are
Yeah.
built for outside pools. Now, if you're running that indoors, you don't have to worry about going below -5 or whatever, or normal 5 degrees,
Right.
because if you're ambiently at 20 degrees all the time, then that little thing will purr along all day long,
Ah. Ah.
all
Okay.
day long, and it will cost you fuck all
Yeah.
because of the ambient temperature. Can you see what I mean? And if you put a lid,
Yep.
perfect lid, over
Indoors.
the top of the
Mhm.
tank that you're heating at night,
Mhm.
It's going to
and then
hold
you
it.
take it up
Hold
in the
it.
morning, can you see what I mean?
I see exactly.
You'll use even less electric then, but that would be the way to go. If you go for a small nano one, it's a smaller fan.
Mhm. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then you can reduce it down to say 4 inch, and
Mhm.
then blow it straight outside
Yeah. Bring it straight through the
because it's
window.
then not going to affect your ambient temperature indoors.
Right. Gotcha. You the DIY
Yeah.
king, bro.
Hey, I've still got to put the solar panel on the shed yet.
Ah. You were saying something about what shooting some water up through
Yep,
these
yep.
panels and heating the water.
Well, Rick's got these panels down the farm, and they're designed to go on polytunnels and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're big, they're
Mhm.
flexible, and they got two big pipes over end.
Mhm.
Well, sheet of polycarb. It's
Mhm.
got holes through. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that, but flexible,
Ah. Okay.
but
Okay.
really small. It's really thin, but really small holes.
Mhm.
So you cap one end because usually they link them together.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's why they're open ended on both ends.
Offense. Okay.
So you put a inch and a half cap on one end. You put your
Mhm.
in on there. It'll go in, come across the panel, come
Mhm.
out the other end.
Ah. Okay.
Connect the other end, return into the shower. You've got loads of fucking heat
From
going
the
through
sun.
that panel with the sun
Mhm.
beating down on it. Because it's black,
Gotcha.
it's really, really thin. Heats the water up like that.
Wow. So
I've
you
just got to
shoot
work.
you shoot it up and it come back down gravity fed.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Okay. Ah. Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
but that will be put in when I get round to redoing the main pond,
Okay.
because I'm going to have to put some bypasses in, and there's going to be some major leak changes to the filtration as well.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. This is
What's that?
the idea I was
Ah.
saying with regarding. So it's a little test for not only us but for everybody in chat as well. We can go through some of these breeders because obviously we know the top ones that we all would normally hear about 24/7. But there's also, you know, this list here where you can there may be some breeders here you've never know really what they breed.
All right.
So obviously, you know, you've got your Dainichi. We've all heard of Dainichi. You know, we know exactly what he's known for and what the family's known for, shall I say? And then yeah, you got Aoki.
Aoki
Well,
does anything weird and wonderful. Chris?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
You know, you got Hoshkin there, known for his
Shower.
showers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hero.
Marahiro, practically everything.
Is he pretty much a variety all rounder?
Marahiro, that's who Sid was with for a couple of weeks.
No, this is Heroi.
Oh, Heroi.
How's Sid doing?
He's all right.
How's Sid doing? Yeah, he's doing well. He's out at the moment with his wife on his motorbike, picking up new contracts
Super. Okay.
for pond stuff. So
You know,
he's smacking at the moment.
Irakashi, known for doing Kahaku, Sankis, and showers.
Did you say Ikarashi?
Yeah. So I know this is the part where, you know, it's not only learning what they're known for in the actual koi business, but also how they're actually pronounced. So it's also good. Then it's another learning curve. You know, as Andy would say, koi pond lifestyle. Every day's a school day. So yeah.
Dino's in the house.
How you doing, Dino? We got Kaneko.
Kaneko do Shiros.
Yep. Also doing Mats Kawabaki.
Yeah, still a type of black-based koi.
Yeah. Some of these ones, if there's any ones there, guys, that you know how to pronounce and you want to say, go for it.
I mean, it's so fucking small. But
yeah, it's weird how it's done that. It should be quite a small writing.
But yeah, my fry that are in the vat, I've got patterns on them already. And they are going to be something different because they are Benny Kuru plus Benny Kamomro.
Yeah, obviously you've got Marudo as well, known. Not quite doesn't say what they're known for, but the interesting fact that I saw about them, yeah.
Suri.
See, the interesting part that I found was they actually done training with Dainichi.
Right. So who's your favourite breeder, G?
You already know. Sacco.
Hey, Paul's koi pond's in the house.
Over there, man, with those Shiros.
Mind you, Kaneko makes a good Shiro as well.
I didn't know that. See, thank you for that knowledge. I didn't know.
I've got, you know, the not the small Shiro, but it's in the come up to 30 centimeters now in the main pond. That's a Kaneko.
Oh, beautiful, nice. I like that one.
It's got a beautiful Shiro pattern on it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the whole point of this section. You find out other breeders that do the same ones as the Koei that you like.
Right. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
So it's widen the spectrum, of kind of, so to speak. You know.
Yep.
How's the
Mm.
pond build coming, Paul?
So
Yeah,
you
if
got
you're
another.
not subscribed to Paul's Koi Pond, get across
Mhm.
there and give him a subscribe. He's rebuilding his pond because he's moved house, and yeah, he's doing everything himself. Go across, give him a subscribe, give him a thumbs up,
Afternoon, Wilt.
tell him
Awesome.
I sent you. Will's in the house.
So you got another one here, Marusho, I believe it's pronounced.
Pass.
It's also known for doing Shiro too.
Okay.
Also makes superior quality Tancho Sankis and Kahakus. So
Simon's in. How we
that's
doing?
a
Simon, how's your
interesting
pond
one.
build doing?
But yeah, I was surprised that there's over 200 different breeders just in
Yeah, and I
Nagata
bet you
in
there's
Japan.
more that aren't on there as well.
That in
Yeah.
Nagata?
Just in Nagata.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, well, we're not going to go over all of them.
No, we're not going to go through all of them. We'll be here until next week.
Well, how's your pond running? Your new one? Will's just finished rebuilding his pond. Go across if you haven't.
Looks
subscribed
nice.
to Will Coy and Wire
He's
Bonsais.
done a fantastic job.
All right, go across, give him a subscribe. You know the score. Vince, if I use a 4-inch tank connector to make a Tommy drain, where do you get the cover to stop the fish going down it? Well, usually I put a bit of plastic gridding in. But if you actually buy a 4-inch Tommy drain, you will get the dome. It comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
If you just buy a straight 4-inch tank connector, you won't
don't
get
get
the
the dome.
dome.
Yeah.
And the mesh that I use 9 times out of 10 is it's. You remember when you was a kid and you went to school and they forced you to do cross stitch on this plastic stuff? Well, that's the stuff I use for my grids because it won't let any K1 micro or anything through it, because K1 micro is a bitch, because that stuff gets into places that you would never have thought of.
So, Chris, going on your comment there, who's known for doing the Kiyotsugi? Personally, Shinoda.
There isn't many farms that actually do Kiyotsugi.
No, Shinoda is the
Um,
main one that I know of that obviously Adam gets a lot of his Kiyotsugi from.
But I had this conversation with Rick because, as you know, I love a Kiyotsugi. And
Mhm.
like he said, at a small age,
They're hard.
they're not marketable.
No.
Because until they start hitting early Nikkei, they look very washed out and insipid. And most people will take one look at them and go, no. You know what I mean? Because with it being a Shiro as well, it's got to be given time. Can you see what I mean?
Yeah. You think you're trying to get
Well, lad.
not.
You all right, buddy?
Right, I'll show you quick. Hang on. How do I freaking turn this around? You know, I hate technology.
No, you'd love it, Will. Don't lie.
Put in full screen, Shane.
I'm trying to turn it around, mate. Hang on.
Oh.
Hi, G. I can't. Oh, where'd you turn it around, lad?
There you go. Let's put you on the wide screen. Oh, why is Vince gone that now? What the hell?
Twisted is crazy.
Oh, it's because Will dropped out. That's why. I was like, what? I had it on Will, and then all of a sudden, it just.
Will took off.
Yeah.
Oh,
So Simon's saying also for Kiyosuri, Marasai, or also
Hero.
Hero.
Yeah, my kit series came from a Yamazaki.
Hmm.
So Yamazaki do kit series, but yeah, that's one of the main reasons why Rick won't do them. Is because he'd have to keep so many of them to Nisai to be able to make them,
I'll show you this week.
be able to have them marketable. If that makes sense,
Yep.
because of the way they look at such a young fish.
Can we see, Shane?
Yep, we can
Well,
see, mate.
it's looking the shit, brother.
All right, innit?
Wow.
Just got the Tempest up and running.
Mhm.
Did you get that
Yeah,
sorted on that valve?
Yeah, all sorted. I took
Yeah,
the
that's looking
center
good.
light.
though.
Yeah.
I took thingy of it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
CT won it. Double.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks wicked, boy.
Looking cracking.
You want to get a Black Johnny cover around that Tempest?
Yeah, the Tempest
no.
covers to stop the algae.
Yeah. There he is.
Yeah, I'll get one. I'll get one for Father's Day.
Yeah, that's the way.
Gee, do you
Make
like
the
me
kids
pond,
paint
lad?
it.
Yeah, look at G's fucking sitting there at his pond.
Yeah, I'm sitting here, man,
He wants to
enjoying
sleep.
sucking up all this knowledge, Will.
He's off
You
his
Can I
head
see me
this
sleep?
one.
You can just,
Oh wow, bonsai.
yeah, Will's wire bonsais. How many you got left, Will? Is that the last one?
Two.
You got two left.
Have you,
Phil.
not, have you not been making any lately then, Will?
Hello. Been digging a freaking pond, lad.
I thought you grunts could multitask.
Yeah. That's a lot. Been freaking been painting fences all freaking day. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
Will
that's
Go
what they.
bonsai in your koi house twisted.
Yeah.
I've got a small one of Will's in my koi house,
Yeah.
and I've got a big one in my front room.
Ah, okay. Wow. You ship to America, Will?
Yeah,
Yeah. You
All
can pay the
right.
postage, lad.
I'll pay the postage. I need one of
You
those.
know what? I'm just finishing off more or less this pond and all this, and adding all this stuff to me Atlantic
Mm-hmm.
pond design. But yeah, gonna order. Chris wants one anyway, but she's coming to the national. I haven't made it yet. So,
it's Chris coming to the national. I know Maureen's coming.
well, one of them. I don't know.
Now, Maureen's
Maureen,
coming to
Maureen's got her
Maureen's going
tickets
to the
booked.
national.
Look, get off me pond. Fucking magpie. Go ahead.
Hey, I hope you saluted it. Bad luck if you don't salute a magpie.
Hello, Mr. Magpie. How's your wife and kids and all that?
Got to salute
it's looking
magpie.
good. It's just the finishing off now, more or less, and yeah,
Yeah, you've
Looking
done well,
good.
boy.
made up with it. But my next one, Vince, you can
Mhm.
help me on the Nash at the Nash. It's probably a Shiro. Has G got any
Yeah.
Shiro?
Has
Yeah,
G got any
you
Shiro?
can't-
Does he?
G's got
Yeah.
fucking millions of Shiros.
Shut up.
But you can't ship to
I'll
the
swap
UK.
you the
though.
bun. I'll
I
swap
think I
you a
got
little
one.
bonsai.
Two.
No,
Go
he
ahead.
wants one like what I've got, Will.
Ah, right. No, a proper one. Yeah, decent one. They're all fucking decent, anyway. But go ahead then. All right, go ahead. Nice one. Carry on with your show. Oh, he's going to get me freaking bonsai now, isn't he?
Yeah, of course he is. Free advertising for your Will, mate.
I know.
No, you can't complain.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Thanks for helping the channel out, bro. I appreciate
Yeah, man.
That's right, mate.
You're on to G.
So,
In America,
Chris is
look.
saying if she didn't spend 2K
Ah,
at the
there we go.
yeah,
Put me full spin a second, Shane.
yeah, we'll
Right
do.
that in, lad.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at that.
One of a kind.
Wow. Something like that would be lovely in my koi house. Wow.
Fucking awesome, isn't it?
Man, that's an art. Wow.
Hang on.
Absolutely fucking awesome.
Wow.
My mum's got one from him as well.
Awesome.
Gee, I'm gonna stalk your channel now, and I'm gonna swap you to Shiro for a little bonsai.
Oh, there we go. Beggars ain't choosy. Just to have
Isn't it?
All right, go ahead, crack on, lads. Nice one, G lad.
Thank you, Will.
See you soon, lad. Vince, see you.
Catch you
Shane,
soon,
you going
Will.
to that year? Obviously, you
Yeah.
are, Vince.
I
Shane,
am.
you going to
Shane's going.
No, I'm not going. I've double booked myself. I'm away.
You're
Okay.
a tit.
All right, man,
Yeah,
I'm coming your
I'm
way, lad.
away, but drop me your address, Will, and I'll send you one of these cups down. Well, up.
Have you got your VAT number, Vince? And that?
Yep.
What number is it so I can know how to avoid? Only mess.
Fuck you, Mr. Magoo.
Go ahead. Give you the man. I'm going to meet you, lad.
Can you remember the old cartoon, Mr. Magoo?
Yeah.
Of course he does.
Go ahead. I've got to finish this freaking fence. Later on.
Number
Nice one,
49.
G.
Yeah. Later on, Will.
Mate,
Will,
No,
You
he's
gone?
gone. He's gone to paint his
Wow,
fence.
such a cool guy.
VAT number 49.
49, man. Much success with that.
Remind Vince to bring my mug to the National Marine.
I've already thought about
Mooring
that.
with
Don't
fly
you
it back.
panic. I've already thought about that. Don't you panic. And
What I
I've
might-
done what you want. And
what
I've
I
done what
might
you
do-
want to the bottom.
Is I might ship 2 of mine down to UV for you to give to Maureen to fly back with as well for them.
Yeah.
Well, actually 1 because I've already sent Maureen's out. Just remembered. I've already sent Maureen's one out, but I'll send you one down to take up to go back for Chris.
Yeah, sweet. Well, I think we can wind this one down for today. It's been an awesome show. G, don't disappear. We'll chat afterwards.
Okay, I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys having me on as well, man.
No, mate, it's been
Always
it's
a
been,
pleasure,
it's been
mate.
awesome.
Always
It's
a
also
pleasure.
awesome having Wick and Koi on as well. And this is what we were trying to create with Koi culture, and that is people from all around the world coming and joining us
That's
and
right.
talking all things Koi.
Yep,
Thank
indeed.
you very much, Chris. Anyway, guys, I will see you tomorrow at New Forest Koi. But as always, I've been
Awesome.
Twisted Koi,
I've been Hearts, and I will catch you all later in the midweek.
G Love Koi from Colosso Koi.
and we'll see you soon. Later.
Take care, everybody. Have a great week.
Awesome.